Let's move on to the next problem. Calculate TDS in the following cases. Amount received from LIC policy 1,20,000. Amount from sale of buildings, sales consideration is rupees 52 lakhs. NSS deposit amount received is rupees 4,000. Professional fees paid to Mr. A, an auditor, for income tax work is rupees 40,000. House rent paid to owner at 38,000 per month. Compensation for the acquisition of a part of immovable property for expanding the roads. So this is the problem. Let's solve the problem now. First is amount received from LIC policy. Yes, LIC policy. For LIC policy, the TDS rate is 1%, but the threshold limit or the maximum limit must exceed rupees 1 lakh. Yes, under this problem, the amount has exceeded rupees 1 lakh and hence 1% of TDS is to be calculated. Next comes amount of sale of buildings. Sale of buildings is related to immovable property, right? Hence, here any sale considerations sale of immovable properties will come under threshold limit of more than 50 lakhs. If it exceeds 50 lakhs, 1% of TDS is to be calculated. Yes, the amount has exceeded here 50 lakhs and hence 1% of TDS is calculated 52,000. Next, NSS. For calculating the NSS amount, the amount must exceed rupees 2,500. Only then we have to apply the TDS rate at the 10%. Yes, the amount has exceeded rupees 2,500 here. We have 4,000 and hence TDS rate can be applicable at a 10%. Next, any professional fees, technical fees paid will be applicable at the rate of 10%. Again, same here, 10,000 is to be exceeded. 40,000 into 10% is 4,000. Next comes house rent paid. House rent paid. For any rent paid for the house related to immovable property, such things, the amount must exceed rupees 50,000 per month, right? Here amount has not exceeded 50,000 per month and hence TDS will be nil. Compensation of immovable property. Any compensation regarding immovable property, the amount must exceed rupees 2,50,000 as per the TDS chart. Here the amount has not exceeded 2,50,000 and hence for this also no TDS will be applicable. So it is not necessary to total the all such amounts. Individual TDS explanations is enough and hence individual calculations is enough. No need to calculate the total amount at last. This is enough. Next is fourth problem. Calculate TDS in the following cases. Compensation for the acquisition of land 5 lakh. Rent received 60,000 per month on building. Amount from RPF on premature settlement. Here premature word it is important. Note down that. Next, interest on deposits with a firm. Amount paid to civil contractor 20,000 but the aggregate amount during the year exceeds rupees 1 lakh and contractor is from X Limited. Commission on sale of house, interest on securities gross 22,000. So this is the problem. Let's solve the problem now. First is compensation for the acquisition of land. Again, compensation. Acquisition of land is an immovable property. Any compensation received on immovable property, the amount must exceed, the threshold limit must exceed rupees 2,50,000 as per the TDS chart rate. Only then 10% TDS is applicable. Yes, for us the amount has exceeded 2,50,000 and hence it can be calculated. Amount has been exceeded 2,50,000, hence TDS can be applicable at the rate of 10%. Therefore 5 lakh into 10% comes around 50,000. Next, rent on building. Any rent paid on immovable properties, that is buildings, will threshold limit will be more than 50,000. Yes, the amount has been exceeded 50,000 per month, therefore 5% TDS rate is applicable. Therefore 60,000 into 5% will come around 3,000. Next comes premature relating to RPF or PPF. Their threshold limit must exceed rupees 50,000. Yes, the amount has been exceeded 50,000 and hence 10% of TDS is applicable. 7,000 has been calculated. Interest on deposits more than 10,000 it must be crossed. Yes, the amount has exceeded 10,000 and hence 10% TDS rate is to be applicable. Yes, amount to civil contractor. Okay, here civil contractor amount to civil contractor rupees 20,000 is been given, but the aggregate amount during the year exceeds rupees 1 lakh. Okay, it has been exceeded. It is to be exceeded actually per year. It is been exceeded. Okay, now we have to analyze whether the contractor is X limited company na ಅಥವಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ನಾವು. Amount paid to civil contractor but the aggregate amount exceeds 1 lakh and contractor is from X limited. The contractor is not directly X limited. The contractor is working in X limited. I hope you understand, right? Okay, hence the individual is ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋವಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? Contractor is not X limited but the contractor is from X limited, therefore he is an individual and hence the applicable rate is 1%. Once again I will explain it. Amount to civil contractor is from X limited company. It is not related to X limited company, is from X limited, that is the individual is working in X limited. Okay, as he is an individual 1% rate is to be calculated, therefore 20,000 into 1% 200. Next comes commission, that is on sale of house. Commission on sale of house. Any commission related items, whether it is insurance commission, real estate agency commission, whatever it is, if there is any commission, the amount has to exceed 15,000 and the TDS will be applicable at 5%. Yes, for us here the amount has been exceeded 15,000 and hence TDS is applicable at the rate of 5% and hence calculated for 4,000. The last is interest on securities. For interest on securities, the threshold limit is 10,000. Yes, the amount has exceeded 10,000 and hence 10% of TDS is calculated at the rate of 10%. 2,200 will be the amount. So here ends fourth problem. Let's analyze fifth problem now. Calculate the TDS. Income from horse race, interest on securities, amount from premature withdrawal from RPF, insurance commission, paid to sanitary contractor, amount from sale of immobile property 30 lakhs, amount from life insurance policy 90,000, amount paid to a lawyer 80,000. So let's solve the problem now. First thing is income from horse race. Yes, income from horse race, it comes under the category of casual incomes, therefore the TDS applicable is 30% only when if amount exceeds rupees 10,000. Yes, the amount has exceeded 10,000 here and hence easily it can be calculated at the rate of 30%. Next is interest on securities. Amount has to be exceeded 10,000. Yes, the amount has exceeded and hence the rate prescribed TDS rate for securities is 10%. It is calculated. Premature RPF, the amount has to be exceeded the threshold limit of 50,000. So as the amount has exceeded, that is more than 50,000 and hence rate of 10% TDS is calculated. Next comes insurance commission. As I have previously said, any commission related items 5% is to be calculated only when the amount exceeds 15,000. Yes, the amount has exceeded 15,000 and hence 5% is calculated. It comes around 1,200. Next is sanitary contractor. We have to analyze that whether this contractor is an individual or firm, company or so and so. Here wherever in the problem there is nothing specified that it is a company or such things, so paid to sanitary contractor. As there is no information regarding the whether it is a company or firm, it is understood that it is paid to the individual and hence it is calculated, it is taken as a sanitary contractor is an individual and hence 1% is calculated. 39,000 into 1% 390. Anything related to immobile property, amount from sale of immovable property. For us, any immovable property consideration must exceed rupees 50 lakh. Only then TDS is applicable. Here the amount is not exceeded 50 lakhs and hence no TDS is applicable. Next, related to amount from life insurance policy. In order to apply the TDS for life insurance policy, the amount has to exceed rupees 1 lakh. Here the amount is less than 1 lakh, that is 90,000, therefore no TDS is applicable. Next, last is amount paid to a lawyer, that is professional fees. It is related to professional fees and hence professional fees items TDS rate is 10 percentage and hence 80,000 into 10 percentage is calculated. So ಹೀಗೇನೆ individual items TDS ನ calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. No need to total all these things. Individual calculation of TDS is enough for the calculation, and this TDS will come for the 6 marks question.